of the computer. There we go. I honestly have got very little to offer this week in terms of where I want to go starting from tomorrow morning. But there's one that I am very, very keen on, and it's Euro-Yen. Yet I can't find the chart. I've been listening intently to everybody else, and there it is. Okay, so Euro-Yen, I'm particularly keen on trading this short. And you might ask why that would be the case, given that we've just had a break of the resistance trend line, which is this one here. It's a little bit more complex than that. And we've been following this, I guess, theme for the entire week last week. And we had to wait a whole lot of time before we got a result out of it. In fact, I'd go so far as to say if we didn't get a result out of it, but we got a result in the opposite direction. And I'm talking about this kind of scenario where we've had a clear, in my opinion, this is a daily chart, a clear potential reversal in the head and shoulders. Now, I'm not necessarily a head and shoulders proponent, but what I do see is a potential reversal, a neckline break, and a neckline retest. This is absolutely out of the textbook if you're going to trade a reversal. Now, let me explain that just a little bit further. If a currency or a chart is going to reverse, it's going to reverse pretty much exactly as I'm seeing, in my opinion, exactly as I'm seeing here. You're going to get a sign that there's a reversal on. Then you're going to get a second sign that there's going to be a reversal on. And then you're going to get a retest of that breakout. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. This is a daily chart I'm looking at. And if in the morning, if I don't see a big gap up to here or down to here, then I will absolutely place an entry below that candle and a stop loss above it. Let me go a little bit clearer than that, if you like. This doesn't look promising from a... Sorry, I'm just trying to get my little pins together here. It doesn't look really promising from a breakout point of view because we've just broken this trend line in a very emphatic fashion. But we've also hit this resistance area, which is the neckline, in my humble opinion, also very, very strongly. You could look at this in two ways. One way is to be conservative, and if you're of the same opinion I am, wait for this to come back below the pivots. Obviously, the daily pivot won't be there tomorrow. The monthly pivot will, and the weekly pivot will sneak up here somewhere. The daily pivot probably move up to here somewhere. But this is the key. The trend line, get below that again and retest that area. Okay, the daily pivot won't be there, but that's going to be the key. And if that appears, then, oh my goodness, I reckon that's a really good trade. Look at the big picture on this one. Big picture, you're underneath a massive descending trend line. So this is in a very, very strong, what do you call those things? Sorry, guys. Everything's escaped me at the moment. We're in a massive bear market. Let's put it that way. I'm trying to get rid of that. Everything's working against me. There you go. So we're in a massive bear market, in my humble opinion. Okay, yes, we've had a bit of a bounce off the bottom, and we're still restricted by this descending trend line. We're also at a strong horizontal level, which is 126.71 as I've got it. And we've had a big bounce off. Oh, my goodness, I'm so bearish. This is not funny. And I see an opportunity to trade that off the daily chart. Sorry, off the 4-hour chart more than the daily chart. So let's concentrate on that area. If we get back below here, as I said, and then retest it, oh yeah, this is the one I want. So this is a good retracement, no question, on what we've seen previously. I'm ready to go here. This is a good shorting opportunity, in my humble opinion. And there'll be a lot of people who will say that's nonsense. That big breakout there is giving us a strong bullish indicator. I disagree with that. So, pardon me. I'm a bear on Euro Yen big time because of that level that we're seeing here. You're not seeing it so much on the smaller time frames, but that's where I'm at. So any opportunity here on any time frame, I'm going to trade this short Euro Yen. I really don't have a whole lot apart from that's enticing me into the market. I've got probably 4 or 5 trades that I'm in. I can share those with you, but that doesn't make any sense because I'm already in them, and I can't really entice you into those positions because they've already gone. I've got to go to probably Paul H and I spoke about CADCHF for quite some time, a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, and I see this as a strong opportunity now. Let me go a bit tighter. We're on the daily chart, and what I see here is pretty clear. We've had a break of not only the trend line, but the monthly pivot, the weekly pivot, throw in the daily pivot, which is not really important. And then we've had a little bit of a spinning top sitting here. Yeah, I'm dead set keen to go long this pair, but not entirely sure now is the right time. I'll see what tomorrow brings, but I think... okay, I'll lay it on the line. If you are prepared to say this candle here is tradable, and it is because you've got your stop loss below the monthly pivot, you got your entry above here, which is above all the noise, frankly, I'm actually keen to do that. In fact, I will do that tomorrow. I hadn't looked at this as closely as I am now. Stop loss there, entry there, TP1 here. I think that's a pretty good trade. So I'm talking CAD Swiss long. And I'm not going to go any further than that. Both of those pairs, I think, are entirely tradable tomorrow. In fact, I think this one's tradable now. CAD Swiss long, TP1 about here somewhere. I'm going to trade that in the morning, absolutely. Guys and girls, I'm not going any further than that. Yeah, I'm getting soft. You're right, Helen. I am. It's Sunday. I'm really not into entering trades on Sunday. But I'll tell you what, I hadn't looked at this as well as I had right now. I think this is a classic. I'm going long above here, CAD Swiss. Absolutely.
Geoff, just one more little point about the CAD Swiss. If you look at the price action from about the last 3 weeks, you can see a little double bottom there. It's not clean. It's not clean, but it's got 2 distinct points of around about, I think, 60, 68, 60. And it's got a neckline as well. And we're just sitting at the neckline right now.
Mate, you and I are pretty keen on this. How does that work, I wonder? A trend trader versus a...
Well, look, it's not exactly a trend trade. I do like to trade breakouts as well, but I follow chart patterns, and this is a bullish chart pattern that I see before me.
Is that based on this area here? Or
No,
is it based...
no. Just in the last few weeks, in the last month or so. This is the daily chart you're looking at, right?
Okay,
so
let's talk about this, right?
Yes.
because I find it fascinating, because the reason I was so keen on trading this was because of that level there, which was totally historic, right?
Mm.
We dipped below it and we got back above it and we retested it. That's why I was keen, because to me, that's a false break of that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very, very difficult to see because it's such a, I was going to swear, I was a buggered up chart, right?
Yeah. Okay. But what you're looking at is a bit too long term for me. If you go to the daily chart.
Yep.
Okay. And if you look at the price action between your two horizontal levels, you'll see that, yep, if between your two horizontal levels at 60, 68, 62 and 69.34 or 69.40 or whatever, right? You'll see that there's, and it's, again, it's not clean, but there's a low and it comes back to the same horizontal level. And then there's another, like another knee jerk, right? Low, and then it comes back to the horizontal level. So it looks like a double bottom for me. And people in the chat are talking about head and shoulders. This is not a head and shoulders. Well, I don't know. If Ash was here, he'd find a way to interpret it as a head and shoulders.
He
but
would, yeah.
yeah,
He would, but it's not.
No, for me, it looks more like a double bottom than a head and shoulders.
You know what enticed me into it, PH, and I said this, I don't know when we spoke about this, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? I don't know.
Yeah, it was at least 2 weeks ago, because we took a trade on it and we got pipped out 1 pip below our
I
master
haven't
candle.
entered yet. I haven't entered yet.
Oh, okay.
I should have entered on that candle. That's the one.
Yeah.
But that's the one that's telling me we're going long.
That's
the second biggest tweezer bottom I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. The only way is up from there, isn't it?
Yeah, that tells me a lot. Absolutely tells me. And I think I'm not sure who pointed that out earlier. I think it was Shukri, actually, on Pound Aussie. When I see something as substantial as that on a substantial chart, I can't deny it. I've got to trade it in some way, shape or form. And that was the candle to trade this on. No question in my mind. Terrible candle. It's a spinning top, but that's the one.
But I'm looking at things from the last couple of weeks on the daily chart.
Yeah, look, I'm with you, and I see an entry there, definitely. And I'm trading that tomorrow. I didn't see that before.
Awesome. Great minds think alike.
What's great, guys,
Geoff?
is that Geoff, PH, you both got there, but from completely different angles. So I think it's a really good thing to see is that you've come at it from different time frames. You've come at it you've done analysis on it from different lengths of time, and both on the same on the bullish page, which is great. Yep. And the other thing, Helen, if you are squeezing your eyes to see a chart pattern, get to the next chart. You don't squeeze your eyes. Move along. It's not there.
That's great advice, and that really carries on for every single thing. If you don't see the pattern, if you don't see the setup, you don't trade. Simple as that.
Because you start bending everything to, you're going to bend all the rules and you're going to make that pattern fit your agenda. And that's not what you're doing. And Paul said it at least 15 times this evening, which is trade what you see, not what you think. And that is so important.
I'll give you a good example of that tomorrow, guys, in the show. We were so super bearish euro dollar going into last week, yet I traded it long. And guess what? We're doing okay.
Yep.
It's a funny world, isn't it? The world of trading is very, very funny. I was super bearish the euro dollar and traded it long. There you go.
Yeah. But there's I guess what I'm also trying to say is there's no hard and fast way of getting on your page and following through your technicals. You need to look at it and develop your own style of how you look at things. It's really important, and stick to it and be consistent.
What's also important is spending the rest of Sunday with your family.
Good idea.
I'm about to do that. Gire, what have you got? A trade that euro-dollar both short and long, short on H1, long on D1, and made money both ways. Perfect. How good's that? Gire, well done.
Excellent.
It is possible. Righto, guys, thank you so much for being a part of our Sunday and our weekend. And thank you, A. Thank you, PH. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, everyone who joined in. Look, I'm sure Paul Bottrell, our boss, is having a wonderful time tonight. Maybe he's not.
Not
maybe.
as wonderful as he, yeah.
As
well,
he anticipated.
He didn't win, so he's,
yeah.
Yeah. We'll see
And
how
Dennis,
we'll see how he pans out.
Dennis, going back to your initial comments, look, I think the right result was in the end. The Aussies are coming good, mate. The Aussies are coming good. We'll put it that way. Let's close the show by saying, say again, eh?
We've been on holiday. We're back into the game now.
Hey,
Yeah,
what you
like
see, not what you think. Good night.
True story.
Thanks, PH.
Good
See
night,
you guys.
everyone.
Have a good week, everyone.
I'm still skeptical about the Wallabies. Goodbye.
You're an expat. Piss off.
Bye all.
Take care.